Hey, all you weather geeks, it is weather for Weather Geeks time, my daily online only in depth weather video. We do these every weekday afternoon and more often if needed. What a remarkable weather map it is across the country today. This is a true Arctic air mass coming straight out of the North Pole, and the temperature change on either side of this front, the temperature difference, I should say, is just remarkable. We've hit 67 here as we hit the 2 o'clock hour in Youngstown. 67 degrees this afternoon. We're not far from a record this afternoon, a few shy of it. But look on the other side of the front. It's in the 20s and the 30s. Wind chills are in the teens out in Iowa. And that's a maybe a 12-hour drive west of here. So, that's a pretty remarkable change over a fairly short distance. Look at all the warmth out ahead of the front and then behind it. Yeah, it's January basically. This is just a remarkable air mass for this time of the year. Single digits, only 1 degree here, Lewistown, Montana. Now, of course, some of this is up in the mountains, but still, there are people that live there experiencing temperatures not far above zero in the middle of November. It's not even really winter yet. Here's it's real easy to find the front, of course, today. It's right here. It's now sinking down into Texas, down in deep South Texas, 83 degrees. You head up to San Antonio, 53 degrees. So it's a solid 30 to 40 degree jump on either side of the front this afternoon. So, this is just for weather weenies, this is cool stuff to look at. It's just a really neat weather map today. Let me take off the temperature contours here. Surface analysis showing our closed contour right here. That's our center of low pressure up across Michigan. And we have rain, of course, with that, moving through parts of Michigan into Indiana, extreme northwest Ohio as well. Looks like my internet's slowing down on me. Let me change sources, see if that helps matters a bit here. Never fails, when I go to record this video, the Wi-Fi just wants to give me trouble. It just never fails. As soon as we get our connection here, we'll show you the radar. What we're expecting for the rest of the afternoon is just sunshine and warm temperatures. It's going to be until after sunset this evening. In fact, at least a few hours after sunset before the rain starts to push back in. All right, is this going to connect or not? Yeah, it's thinking about it. Never fails. There it is. All right, there's our rain. Michigan down into Indiana. This isn't going to be much that pushes through. We'll show you the computer models in just a second, but we're not looking for a lot of rain with this at all. In fact, let's go ahead and bring up our latest high-res rapid refresh model. This is a real high-resolution model. In fact, it's the highest resolution model we have available to us. And what we mean by high resolution, it's like a camera with more pixels. Takes sharper pictures, and a computer model that's a higher resolution model can pick out finer details a lot better. And these real high-res models only run out to about 12 or 15 hours into the future. They don't go out days and days. There'll be a day when we get there, but it might be, by the time I'm ready to retire. But what we have right now is our high-res models that really help us out in the 12 to 15 hour period. So anyway, let's show you what the radar should look like here in a few hours. This is at 5 p.m. I don't really believe this stuff that's trying to break out ahead of it. This is our main line of rain that we have to worry about back here. So I think the model's just sort of overdoing the front end of this. Here's at 8 o'clock this evening. Again, maybe there's a sprinkle or something, but I suspect we have to wait for this kind of main line back in central Ohio. A couple of hours, a few hours after that, here's 11 o'clock. Yeah, again, this isn't going to be much. There's going to be a shower here and there. And we were, keeping the slight chance for something lingering into first thing tomorrow morning. But I think this is going to be fast enough now that we don't have to worry about that. Here it's 3 o'clock in the morning, back edge, pushing through. Switch over to the NAM model, which takes us a little farther out in time. When most of you are getting up tomorrow morning and getting off to work and school, yeah, the showers are gone. We're going to have a little bit of a lull in precip before the lake effect guns really start firing, before conditions become favorable for that. So Wednesday, while sharply colder, with a gusty wind, is going to be pretty uneventful. We've got to wait until we get to Thursday, or maybe Wednesday night before lake effect starts to settle in. Here's tomorrow evening, not much going on. But then we skip ahead to Thursday morning. Yeah, there's the lake effect. Now it's showing up in green here, but this will be snow. And this is going to be mostly aimed at the real traditional snow belt areas. Eastern suburbs of Cleveland, Lake County, northern Geauga County, Ashtabula County, heading over to Crawford and Erie County, Pennsylvania, and then up in southwest New York. Now, of course, here's Youngstown, northern Trumbull County, Thursday into Friday. Some of these bands will oscillate far enough south that, the northern 1/3 or even 1/4 of Trumbull County might see an inch or so, maybe 2 inches out of this, but, that's going to be reserved for the far northern end of the county. If you live down in Newton Falls or Warren, Howland, places like that, you don't have to worry about accumulating snow. There's going to be flurries seen here Thursday and Friday throughout the rest of our viewing area. But again, accumulating snow should not be much of an issue at all. So we head into the weekend then. I think the flurries, the lake effect machine starts to shut down by Saturday as the wind becomes light and variable for a brief time. There's going to be a little bubble of high pressure that builds in for Saturday afternoon, and that'll be, once we're done with today, the sunniest part of the next week probably will be Saturday afternoon. And I say that because Sunday, this is the next front coming in, and this is the front that brings in even colder air that's coming late this week. I'll show you the numbers in a second. But what this will also do is stir up some snow showers on Sunday. And this will become a little bit interesting. I don't think this is a strong storm at all. But especially, I think, as you get over into Pennsylvania, into some of the higher terrain, someone over in here east of Pittsburgh particularly could get a few inches out of this Sunday into Sunday night. I think around the Mahoning and Shenango valleys, if we get a frisky couple of snow squalls with this, this might lay down some light accumulations Sunday into Sunday evening. What I mean by light is maybe not even enough to shovel, but it might coat things. It might make the roads a little bit slick, especially after dark. But this is all speculation at this point, whatever I'm saying, because it's only Tuesday. We're talking about Sunday, so we'll be fine-tuning that forecast. But that's I think our best chance in the next 5 or 6 days for everyone in our viewing area to see enough snow to maybe cover car tops and things like that. I don't think this is much more than that at this point, but we'll keep an eye on it. Best chance for enough to break out the shovels Sunday night probably is in west central parts of PA up in the higher terrain. Of course, the big story then next week becomes the cold. The lake effect machine is going to kick back on, and there's going to be more flurries and snow showers flying around, and someone in northeast Ohio and northwest PA will get some accumulations out of this probably again next week, primarily focused on the snow belts. In the near term, here's through Saturday morning, latest snowfall predictions on the European computer model. Here's Youngstown right here. When you get into the blue colors here, that's more than 2 inches. And again, that's the northern 1/3, or maybe even 1/2, but mostly 1/3 of Trumbull County. And this might even be a little too far south. But certainly the farther north you are, the better chance you have of getting a small accumulation of snow out of this. And someone up in the eastern suburbs of Cleveland, up in Ashtabula, Lake counties over towards Erie, someone could get 6-7 inches out of this. But that's going to be in the primary snow belt where the highest terrain is. Canadian model kind of shows that with a purple little bullseye here in the eastern suburbs of Cleveland showing 6 inches. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. So again, if you're watching from the northern third of Trumbull County, you might have to shovel a little bit at the end of this week. The rest of us just flurries. That's kind of the idea here on the SREF model. This is something I'll show you often in the winter when we're talking about snow. If you're new to this idea, this is a computer model that is an ensemble model. And an ensemble model is something where you take a model and you tweak the initial conditions that go into the model several times, in this case 21 times. And those little subtle tweaks that get fed into the model then produce different results. Because those tweaks have implications as the model tries to figure out what the atmosphere is going to do. So each line, each one of these 21 lines is a different solution. The snowfall accumulations, and this is for the Vienna area where the airport is. The solutions on this range from 0 to roughly about 2.25 inches, with the mean or average being about 3/4 of an inch. I kind of like that idea for Thursday and Friday. If you live in southeastern Trumbull County, close to the airport, 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. But the farther north you are in Trumbull, better chance you have seeing an inch or so. Talk about cold. This is hot off the press of the new European model for this that just ran this afternoon for a week from today. This is next Tuesday, and what I'm showing you is a map of high temperatures. Now, this might be a little too cold, but it just goes to show how significant, how harsh this air mass is going to be for November. Even if this 24 that it has predicted is even 5 too cold, even if we have a high of 29 next Tuesday, that's pretty remarkable for November. That's certainly more like we see in the dead of winter. So I think we've got a day, if not 2 days, of 20s, upper 20s maybe for highs early on next week. So if you think it's cold late this week, I think the coldest weather is actually coming early next week. And overall, this cold pattern sticks around probably into Thanksgiving week. Yikes. All right, that's today's weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for sticking with me today. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon, WFMJ.com/weather, and on my weather blog, EricWFMJ.com.